Hello my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. I spoke about fast in several occasions and wrote articles about it, but I keep receiving questions quite often about dry fasting. Do I recommend it? Again, before answering the question, first, what is happening with the body when we are fasting? And why is fasting recommended, especially if we feel unwell, if we have some problems? Many problems that occur in our health or with our health are a product of our wrong diet, and we keep eating wrong. This increases the toxicity of our bodies and increases our problems. When we stop eating, we stop poisoning ourselves because, again, we are not eating correctly. So, and what is one of the main things that happens? Since we are being duped into eating plants, when we eat plants, because of their toxins, the cells of intestines close down the pores, so absorption is reduced, and sometimes quite severely. Now, you may argue this, but I can show you an example. When blood is toxic, body is programmed to cleanse those toxins from blood. And to do so, well, it produces urine, or if it's high toxicity, toxic mucus. But if the blood levels of plasma are not good enough, well, body cannot afford to take this plasma and throw it out of the body in the form of urine. So most of us, especially if we have health issues, that's a good sign that you are toxic. The blood is toxic. And if body would be working correctly, it would be absorbing the liquid that we ingest. And if that would be the case, then, and there is a high need of liquid because body needs to cleanse, then body would be absorbing all this liquid, leaving excrement very dry and hard and leading to constipation. But many people are very toxic, sickly, and they do not have constipation. Why? Because of plants. Now we are being told, oh, it's the fiber. It's fiber, you know what? It is the toxic substance in plants. And there is no absorption because cells close membranes, so there is nothing is going through, not even water. Very small amount passes, leaving most water in intestines, keeping the excrement soft, manageable. Now, when we go fasting, all of a sudden we stop poisoning the intestines. So we still eliminate, and now blood is toxic. If you go in a fasting, and you don't bring in plasma or water, the blood cannot really get cleansed. So what is going to happen? Blood remains toxic. Now, if you start drinking a little bit of water while you are fasting, not plasma, water, well, body will absorb it, but since it cannot connect it with minerals, it becomes problematic because it lowers conductivity, electric conductivity. And body is programmed to excrete the excess. In this way, now in the blood we have excessive amount of water because it's not that we have, blood may be thick and dehydrated, but you bring water in, it will not dilute because there are no minerals. So body will eliminate it. And your urine can be even clear. Just because body needs to get rid of the water, it cannot bond to minerals. You are not eating, so you are not bringing any minerals. You are drinking water with very low amount of, God forbid, distilled water. There's zero minerals. You have clear urine, or even sweat. Your body just shoots the water out because it lowers electroconductivity. Lowering electroconductivity, the energy, electricity cannot pass. You can die if you drink bigger amount of distilled water. So, because there is not poisoning of the intestines happening, when you drink something and you are not eating, absorption is much better. And because blood is toxic, body will absorb the liquid and then it will be eliminating it. Now, if it has enough minerals, it will increase a little bit the level of blood plasma and it will be easier to eliminate. But again, body cannot waste plasma making big amounts of urine because blood is dehydrated. Where do you think urine comes from? It's coming from blood plasma. So, I always recommend, fast is great, but fast with plasma, water and salt. So this way you bring water and minerals, and it doesn't matter more amount of minerals because body will eliminate the excess. Whatever is too much, body eliminates. If there is not enough, okay, so you will not cleanse as well, but you will still cleanse because you are bringing some minerals. If you do not take any water, and if your blood is toxic, what is going to happen that since you start poisoning, because with the food, not only that the intestine gets poisoned, but we are also absorbing some of these poisons. Whatever absorption we have, we are not absorbing only the good stuff. We absorb also some of these toxic elements, these phenols, and other stuff. There's a bunch of biotoxins which plants carry. But now you are not bringing that in. So right away the blood becomes a little cleaner because you still urinate. You will urinate a few days. Even if you have dry fasting at the beginning, you will urinate because body will be compelled to expel toxins from blood. But as it is expelling them, blood is becoming a little cleaner, which signal comes that now body can offload a little bit of toxins from a tissue into the blood because blood is being cleansed. So some toxins will be released, making your blood more toxic. So if you are dehydrated on level of a blood plasma, and if your body is toxic and your blood is toxic, when you start dry fasting, you have a big chance of going into septicemia, blood poisoning, because blood is already toxic, and now some more toxins gets released from your tissue, making blood overly toxic, and there is no plasma that body can afford to sacrifice to eliminate these toxins. And some people can dry fast maybe 2-3 days, maybe 4 days, and if they fast longer, they can die from septicemia, blood toxicity. Some people swear, oh, it's a great thing, this dry fast. Well, but those are usually people that did watch what they eat. They did hydrate at least with water. Blood is less toxic. They have a little bit less toxicity in the tissue. So they are better prepared for this kind of arrangement. If you really want to try dry fasting, then I recommend start first with fasting with plasma. Because when you stop eating, you stop poisoning your gut, your absorption increases, and depending how toxic is the blood, body will soaking in the plasma. And it will be not water, it will be water with minerals, exactly what the body needs to maintain electroconductivity. So it will be using this plasma and start filtering the blood, cleansing the blood, and you will feel much better. And then, since the blood is getting cleaned, tissue starts releasing toxins, but you keep bringing the plasma. So as the toxins are released into the blood, well, blood has enough plasma to continue urinating, and probably because body can release way too many toxins that kidneys cannot handle. And as the blood toxicity increases, then secondary cleanse goes in, which goes through mucosal tissue, which will trigger that diarrhea. So you are going to also have a loose stool as together with urination, eliminating more toxins. So do at least 4 days of fasting with plasma, and then when you feel good, then you can cut the plasma, don't drink, and continue with a dry fast. See how you like it. Because when you stop bringing plasma, your body will still release toxins, but you won't be able to really eliminate. You will eliminate a couple more days because you hydrated your blood a little bit. And the major toxins that body was releasing at the first time, now it will be releasing less, so your blood will not get that toxic, and it will be easier now to go into dry fast without going into real septicemia. Your blood will become toxic. You will be way low on energy at the beginning because body will be working with this problem of a toxic blood. But then what body will do, what it always does, what's also how it is designed to handle the situation, if it notices that plasma is not coming and blood plasma is fairly low, the body stops releasing toxins. And those toxins which are in the blood will start getting embedded again back into the tissue. So blood will cleanse in such a way that it will not eliminate outwards, but it will stack things into the tissue. And we start feeling okay. We start feeling good. Now, I never recommend dry fasting just because this is a great opportunity to cleanse body, to have loose stool, to have a lot of urine coming out, so you basically flush your system. You'll feel much better there as your blood gets cleaner, and the body will be getting cleaner, which is terrific. But many people argue, no, dry fasting, that's the idea that was given in a brain. You can do it. Be my guest. But always know that if you start feeling bad and low in energy and headaches, start drinking plasma. You don't have to start eating. Just start drinking plasma to help your body eliminate, because this is happening from septicemia. Septicemia, blood toxicity is increasing. And this starts showing the symptoms of toxic blood. And I mentioned a million times through my videos and articles what are the symptoms of toxic blood. You will have them. So if they occur, you know what to do. Start loading up on plasma. Don't take painkillers, don't take medication. Plasma. And as soon as you break down diarrhea, which is the fastest detox of blood, you start feeling much better. Or sweat also is very fast detox, because a lot of toxins are embedded into our skin for elimination, which requires least amount of plasma. Do I recommend dry fasting? No. But if you want to try it and do it safely, start with fasting with plasma, and then when you start feeling okay, drink less plasma, just what you need. Don't do the flushes anymore, just drink a little bit to let know body that plasma will stop coming. So genetically body adjusts itself, and this way you are going to avoid severe septicemia while doing dry fasting. And then stop drinking altogether and see how you feel. And again, if you start having symptoms of strong septicemia, which is a fever, headache, pain, muscle pain, joint pain, if you start feeling these symptoms, immediately grab plasma and start gobbling it up and start having diarrhea and sweating. So this way you survive, because it could be, dry fasting could be very dangerous when toxic body is in question. You know, very often people that recommend dry fasting, well, those are usually vegans, where they don't have much toxins in the tissue. They have toxic dehydrated cells, but not so many toxins in the tissue, and not so much toxins in the blood. And of course, for them it's easier. But a regular Joe Schmo that eats everything and now decides, okay, I'm going to do dry fasting, ooh, be careful, because it could be costly. So do it the safe way. First do it with fasting with plasma, and then progress into dry fast. Okay, my friends, there's not much I want to elaborate on this anymore, because I would get lost in details and the video would be 5 hours. So just keep in mind that fasting is very good. Starting the Cell-Healers protocol with a fast, if we are a little overweight, is the best thing you can do, but not a dry fast. Fast with plasma. Many people say, well, I'm drinking my plasma and then I get thirsty, I drink water to quench the thirst. Now, this is another good thing to do, because you are again not hydrating. And when you're not hydrating, you are slowing down the detox. So slower detox, less symptoms. Yeah, well, how many years do you want to cleanse before you feel better? It's better to bite the bullet and do good cleanse, unless you are elderly and highly toxic, then you have to go slow. But, you know, younger people, especially if they have symptoms of pain in areas of our body that is persistent, the best is just to jump on the wagon and do it the right way. Follow the Self-Healers protocol, the way it is written, and it's going to be fine. Or get counseling, get a guide of someone who understands it well, that did it themselves, to guide you through the process. For novices, it's always best to be guided, or watch at least 15 of my videos and or read 20, 30 of my articles to get the feel of how the body works, what is actually happening with the body when you follow the protocol, why you have to eat the way the protocol recommends, and why you have to drink so much plasma. Because, again, I always hear people saying, well, why no animal drinks so much, but animals are never as toxic as humans are, especially after we are being treated with our health exploits, because whatever they teach us in medical school is nonsense, and we contribute to furthering to poison the body. And through medical help, and not only allopathic, but also the alternative medicine, because they use the same exact knowledge, with exception the treatment. They try to use natural, so they use natural poisons versus the poisons of pharmaceuticals, which are petropoisons, but they are based on the natural poisons, chemical production. So none of them actually heal the body. They are all just patching up the symptoms, so the symptoms are not showing, while body is getting more and more toxic until it gets into chronic problems. You don't see chronic problems anywhere in the nature. You will not see one single arthritic animal. You will not see one animal with diabetes in nature. It doesn't exist. You will not see one animal, well, looking old, yeah, dehydrated. When they get dehydrated and hungry, they start looking old. Why? Because the skin creases. Well, in humans, I see movie stars, 30 years old. When you look without makeup, you see those little creases over the lips, little creases by the eyes, little creases even on the chin. Dehydration. And they right away look much older. They have to put makeup, cover all that up, and then they look younger. In animal world, in nature, this doesn't happen. Why? Because animals are not dehydrated. They are not following a stupid diet recommended by experts. But as soon as they live with humans, and then they are given the food that expert veterinarian gives them, they start falling sick, all of them. Same like we humans. Because again, the concoction that they are being given for a food, it's a pure poison based on plants. You give carnivore plant food to eat, oh, they love sugar. We love sugar too. Sugar and salt camouflages the sugar. Bingo, animals love it. But then they suffer same as we. We also love the sweet crap. Okay, my friends, so much this time. Thank you for listening. And of course, I will answer the questions you direct my way. And hopefully, we all learn and get smarter and heal ourselves Don't count on anyone that will heal you, because they know Jack, you know what. God bless us all. Namaste.